Hey, good evening, everyone. Today is Wednesday, December the 4th, 2013, and we're taking a look at some markets here. The first one I want to take a look at is Google here, and I've got this on a weekly chart. And what we can see here is really since last year, Google has done something that's pretty predictable, actually. So you can see it's went from the low to the high. We're gonna start off with around May of 2012. Comes down. This is about the 50% retracement. Rallies up, makes a minor retracement. Rallies up, double tops, pulls down, tries to rally up again. Actually, triple bottoms. Then takes out the highs, and now this is where we are here. So the questions I've been getting is basically, where do you think Google's headed? What's your expectation? So when I look at Google from the weekly perspective, again, I'm just going to use my fib tool, draw from the last low, the last recent low to that high, and you can see that that Google from a weekly perspective it broke through it, went right to the 127, blew through the 1414, and hit the 1618, kind of hovered around there for a few weeks, and now kind of pushed through it. So what's next? For that, we kind of need to drill back and look at the monthly. So when I look at the monthly chart here, you can see that, again, I mean, this is obviously big picture stuff. So when we look at the monthly chart here, you can see this is going all the way back to IPO days, 2004. And we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to go from the beginning, the lowest point here. The market went from this low all the way to this high. Okay, we had some nice buy signals here, by the way. And you can see, oops, I'm into this high. And you can see it came down, bounced. When it broke above this high on the monthly chart, which happened right around there, that's when when it was significant. We looked for a buy signal. We actually made a nice trade here. Bought from around 750s and rode it to 920. You can see it got right to the 127. And then you can also see that there was one-to-one symmetry here. So markets, again, respecting that symmetry as well. I'm doing all the wrong things here. So I'm just going to clone it, right? One-to-one move right there, right into that 127. And now you can see it's breaking above that. So the next target area is the 1618. And there's no resistance up here, so it's hard to say that it can't get there. The only thing that's making me really cautious about it getting up there is when I pull in my RSI here, my relative strength index, you can see that we're approaching extreme levels of overbought. And I have these set at 80 instead of 70 for overbought. So these are high levels of overbought. Now, it doesn't mean that Google can't attain that, but right now there's nothing in its way other than the fact that there's just been so much buying that it's starting to get tired. And we could see it drop from here. Now, it is hovering right around the 1414. But 1414s without symmetry don't tend to be areas where you find markets reversing. Now, it could, but from my perspective, what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to be looking at any daily moves that might allow me to get into a long here on Google for a move up to that 1618, which is about a little under $100 from where we are now. And then from there, I don't know what's going to happen. But that's what I'm going to be looking for over the next several days to see if we can get some sort of buy signal that allows us to ride to a probable target of around 1150. Quick update on Tesla here. You can see it started to move up pretty significantly. Unless we see a real big drop over the next couple of days that basically negates this candle altogether, I'm probably not going to look to add more to the position on Tesla. If you missed out, you missed out. So you can see that the move, the curve up is sort of already happening from the pattern perspective. It came down and you can see it's already clearly curving up. Like I said, unless this candle kind of completely drops off and there is no curve up, I'm not looking to buy. So if you did buy, a couple of people messaged me saying that they took some profits off the table at around 11. I'm sorry, 145, which is about right. Depending on the close this week, we could see a move higher. If the close is positive and strong, look for it to get to 155 to 165. But you still got 2 days left in the trading week. Those are going to be key moving forward. Another market that I'm watching very closely here is Amazon. It is at extreme overbought conditions, so I am being cautious. I don't have anything that says this thing is just, it's gone parabolic. In the past, it's been really good with fibs. You can see, like, for example, if we look at, let's get rid of this for a second. I'm going to remove all studies. So you can see it went from this low here to that high, right? And when it broke through that area, it attained the 127 very, very quickly. And then it shot right up to the 1618. And you can see at the 1618 extension, it found some resistance, pulled back down. So this is very nice because after it broken through here, we thought it was going here, 1-to-1 symmetry, all that. You measure that swing low to this swing high, which is really the last one that Amazon has had without any major pullback, and it's blown through everything, right? It went to the 127, hesitated, blew through, went to the 1618, no hesitation, has blown right through that. So I'm just waiting here. Now, what I'd love to see is a major retracement and something into these areas, and I would happily buy it. But right now, there's nothing. So with it being an overbought territory, you could start looking at any possible shorting opportunities. One trader today mentioned to me that, this right here coming up, maybe it could be a sell on a retracement here. That's a possibility. It's an aggressive trade, so be careful for that. But if you are aggressive and you're looking for a move down, this could be that one. So hard to say. Amazon's just been on a tear, so be careful there. Last one I want to look at is Microsoft. I think it's hit like year highs or highs that it hasn't seen in the last several years. Right here you can see, again, we can just use fibs to find predictive levels. The last move it made before retracing was from this low to that high. Now I'm looking at a weekly chart, and you can see after breaking above here, 127 is very, very likely. Now, if we look at 1-to-1 symmetry, okay, and see where that takes us, let's clone this right here, right? You can see that that's pointing to about the 1414 area. So 127 is where it's at now. Be cautious for it. If it manages to break through there, there's another dollar to the upside. Not a market that moves as dramatic as some of the other ones. Big picture, I'm watching. If it can get there, it can get there. That'd be great. But for me, no trades other than the one that we had here. Maybe if it comes back down, we'll have a nice buy area. But now there's nothing. So the market, we're entering into the end of the year. There's a lot of topping, it feels like markets might start losing steam as we go into 2014. A lot of people have been are talking about that, saying that 2014 we're going to see a lot of selling. Given the moves that we've seen in some of these markets, it wouldn't surprise me. You look at the spiders, it is at all-time highs or near them at least, and all of these markets. Let me bring in the RSI here. They're all at extreme levels of overbought. And when you see these extreme levels of overbought, now I'm not saying this is going to happen again, but when you get to these types of levels of extreme where it's going over the line, and again, I have mine set to high levels, those are things you have to be cautious for. Okay, so we'll see, and I'll update you guys as we move forward. But for now, there's a lot of waiting. So hope that helps, and we'll see you guys next time.